Alright, as I'm finishing editing up Reno Day 34, I am starting Reno Day 35. Let's see, so it's already late in the day, it's already 4:15, so I'm kind of already done with the first day, but today I pretty much just mounted the TV on the wall with the bracket and then took my measurements and then just kind of got a game plan together. So see, we've got that mount on the wall. It pretty much mirrors the line that I had for where the TV goes, and then I'll try to stay on course with where I kind of have everything drawn out. I'll try to maybe keep the mantle at that area, and then I'm going to put the fireplace in that area. Here's the fireplace that we're installing in there. It's from our last house, so I'll take the measurements on that. It has kind of like a mounting frame on the back that comes off. You just take out these two Phillips head screws and it just comes off, and you mount that first and then it mounts to that. So I'm gonna have to take that into consideration when I'm making the framing for that, so that when the mount is secured on the 2x4s, I can still take the fireplace and drop it into that mount. And I'm also going to have to make sure that it's still accessible if I need to take the mount out, that I can get to those two Phillips head screws, take them out, and then pull the fireplace insert out if I need to for whatever reason. So I can't just put it in there and then just cover the whole thing up with plywood around it and then, you know, put the bricks on there, because then it's essentially just stuck in there if anything happens to it. Or I would have to break up, you know, the brick and everything that we covered up with. So we have to take all that into consideration when I'm putting all this together. This is just 2x4s that I've had left over from another project, which is not near enough. So I just got back from Lowe's and with 13 more 2x4s. So tomorrow I'm going to start on the framing that's going to go around here. So there'll be essentially 3 boxes. There'll be one box kind of here, one box coming off the wall right here, and then one box coming off the wall right here, and then it's going to be supported with, you know, 8-foot 2x4s, and it's just, you know, it'll start coming together. I'll probably, you know, just, at least now I'm in a big enough room, I could set the camera over here and kind of just record it as I go. So tomorrow morning I'll probably just kind of take more measurements, make all my cuts from the 2x4s down in the basement, and then bring them up here and start nailing them or screwing them together, screwing them into the wall, and then just, you know, seeing how it takes shape. And then I'm going to stop every so often to kind of like regroup, take different measurements for, you know, where I'm going to do the fireplace, you know, where I'm going to mount the middle section, because it's going to have the weight of the mantle that I build for up here. So today was just a lot of math work and then just getting supplies. So this is where we're at for the beginning of Reno Day 35, and we will continue tomorrow morning. So it's goodbye for me, but it's here we go for the video. So let's get started. All right, it is next day, and I cut some wood, and we're gonna get started here, but let me try to just walk you through what we're doing here. So I cut these two long boards, 69 inches, and then these side ones are 10 inches because I want to come 10 inches out from the wall. And, you know, this is 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, 69. It's a total of 6 feet. So this is 6 feet long. So I think the way I did my math is it'll come out about 7.5 inches from the side of the TV is where the built-in will be. So what I'm going to do is, this is one of 3 rectangles that I'm going to make. This first one I'm going to put above the TV. So I'll take one board and I'm just going to find the center, put it in the center, and screw it into the wall as almost like kind of like a header board. And then I'll take the two 10-inch ones and I'll screw them in the side so that they're coming out. And then I'll take the front one and I'll attach it so it'll just kind of be floating out on the wall. Then I'm going to take these two guys, which I've cut at 93 inches, which is the height of the ceiling, and I'm going to put vertically to support them. Then once that first one's up, I'm going to go make 2 more of those. I'm going to put another one right around here that's going to kind of wrap around the 2 verticals, and then another lower one that's going to wrap around the 2 verticals. So that's what we're going to be working on to start, and then we'll start kind of shirting up the framing by maybe adding a couple more vertical 2x4s and then figuring out spacing. So that's where we're going to start this morning. Here we go. Alright, let me fill you in on where we're at. Obviously, you've seen all the framing going on. So, what we have is this middle bar here is going to be kind of where I tie in the sound bar. And then this second lower one is where the mantle is going to be attached to. And if I need to beef that up, whether I add wood up here or below, or whatever, I can do that. So that I could beef that up to hang the mantle on. Now, in the middle for the fireplace, I'm building this bracket right here, which will kind of sit back in here. And these boards right here will be, I guess, back up against here, because the fireplace itself, the part that actually sits into the wall, is only about 6 inches. Or, sorry, 3 inches. So, you know, a 2x4 is 1.5 inches. So adding another 2x4 will give me the 3 inches that it needs to sit on. And the front will hang out in front of these boards right here, all there'll be, you know, plywood or wherever I put here. It'll sit in front of there, and then we'll brick around it. So I'm building that bracket. I'm going to put it in here, and then this right here is the actual frame or the mounting bracket that sits on. So the mounting bracket will be on the other side of this wood, which will make more sense when I get it in there. But I'm going to screw this together. I kind of have it mocked up how I want it. So I'm going to screw all this together. I'm just going to kind of set it in here. I don't think I'm going to screw it in here because I still need to run electrical. So I need to put an outlet behind this TV. And then I think I'm going to put an outlet probably right here somewhere for when the mantle's there. Open up the mantle, there'll be a plug in there if I want to put like an Xbox or PlayStation or DVD player in the mantle inside. We'll see. And then that plug down there is what I'm going to come off of, and that'll be the plug that we use for the fireplace. So I'm going to get this together and set it in there and see how it looks. So here is an update of where we're at. Fireplace is installed, got the bracket in, got all the outlets run. So we added this outlet here, coming down off of that outlet that the fireplace is plugged into. And then we've got the outlet run for the TV. So everything's run, plugged in, working. So now what we're going to do is I've cut all these to size. We're going to start installing these little guys kind of like in here, where I'm going to place all the boards. And I've got some that need to go here so that I can put a board here. And same thing over here. Something that I could, you know, put the board up against there. And then some that are going to go in between up there. So I can kind of cover the inside of what goes around the TV. And then I've got these two longer ones that are going to go sit right here on both sides that we'll be able to put. I've got a bunch of more board like this, this is the board that I used for the bottoms of the shelves in the closet. I really liked it. One side's dry erase, one side's chalk board, I think, but it's really thick and it's cheap. So I just went and bought another 6 of these. They're 4 foot by 2 foot, and I'll cut them down to size. So I'll have a big panel like right here, have one up there, I'll have them on the sides. And so today I'm going to be working on getting all this wood installed and then just start wrapping all of this and covering it up with that stuff. So that's the plan for today. Let's go. Okay, we are coming to a close for Reno Day 35. Got it all covered, all four sides. So the next step, I guess, is building the mantle and putting that on there, but I think I might make that its own separate episode, and then putting on the brick, and then painting the brick, that gray over there, that also might be its own episode. So got the fireplace in. This is where I kind of finished the day building a custom grill for up here, or vent I should say, just because the heat comes out of here, but this up top is kind of where it vents. And obviously this is just going to be removable. I have to be able to access these screws if I ever have to pull this back out, or if I have to get to, you know, the outlet down there or any of this stuff. So I'm not sure how I want to kind of see my shoddy craftsmanship here on the back, but just kind of built this in 20 minutes downstairs out of some scrap wood, so I'm kind of proud about how that came out. Now how I want to attach it, I'm not sure. I could just put 2 screws in that permanently hold it in, and I could just pull the screws out, or better idea is I think I'm going to maybe get some magnets, put magnets on both sides, and it'll just stay in there. So the next video should be me making this mantle, and then the mantle obviously will cover over here. I think I'm going to make about a 6-inch mantle. I'm not sure how far I'm going to come out, but that'll be another video. Just tuck that cord up in there, and then there you go. So kind of get a good look at the surround and the fireplace. Take a look at it from this end. Go over here. There you go. And that grill, obviously, I'll paint either black. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint it black or if I'm going to paint it the gray, but I'll paint that. That should be done before I do the mantle, and probably after I figure out how I'm going to attach it. So there you go. End of Reno Day 35. We've got the surround, most of it, for the TV and fireplace. Dunzo Kabunzo.